Alright guys, in today's episode we're fitting air ride to my Volvo Limousine. We've got full air system to go on. We've got air struts from KT4 Performance, all the way from America. This company that makes some awesome performance parts for Volvos, and it was pretty hard to find air ride setup for a car like this. But these guys modified them to suit, and we're pretty excited to be working with them. We've also got a full airlift performance kit, so we've got the manifold, loads of wiring, we've got twin compressors, a big tank, loads of hoses, fittings, and a load of wiring. We've never done this before, but how hard can it be? So for those of you who've been watching the channel, I thought we'd give you a quick update before we dive straight into the build on the air suspension. What's happened since last time? Well, you can see the Volvo has changed colour. So Darren had this car wrapped. He did a pretty good job, to be fair, but there was some bits that weren't quite up to our standards. When we're working with Arlon, they have a really good product and they're going to make this 10 out of 10. We went along to the Sonax detailing day in Bristol, and we said we were going to surprise them with a new exotic car to work on, and we turned up in this. They're pretty funny. Well, they thought it was pretty funny. They helped me take the wrap off, they polished the roof, and the old girl is now looking a lot prettier. We did, however, have a little bit of problem with paint peel, because this is not the original Volvo colour, so we're going to have to do a bit of bodywork fixing before we put the new wrap on. But apart from that, we're pretty much ready to go. We've taken the interior out, that was pretty damp. We found the leak in the rear, which is now fixed. So whilst we were at the detailing academy, Ben got to use the wetback and made them look fresh. So yeah, that's where we're at now. Ready, we're pretty empty build. We can start fitting suspension. Ben fixed an oil leak, so she doesn't leak oil anymore. So that's pretty good. That's good. There's power steering fluid going everywhere. But, so anyway, let's get into it. First job is to fit the struts. Fitting this is just like fitting coilovers, really. So we're going to get that cracking, although this bit actually has to be welded to the hub, so we'll do that in a minute. And the rears are a little bit simpler. This setup this bit replaces the spring, and then there's a dampener, a separate damper that's going to go into the car in the original location. This bit should be pretty quick if the bolts aren't all seized.
Yeah, you got my sledgehammer?
Take them off and then we can... So the suspension setup on a Volvo 740 is a little bit different to most modern cars. We actually have to... So the stub axle, or the hub, is actually part of the suspension on the original design. So we're going to have to make that fit on the bottom of this. So the KT4 supplies the main part of the suspension, but this bit needs to be welded onto the hub. Now, this one here, this is the BC racing coilover. Now Darren fitted, and you can see he's already done that to this, so he cut up the original hub on the car and welded that, but wanted to leave that with that suspension, so strip the parts, the wheel bearing and the disc off this one, put it on that one, cut this one and weld it onto that one. So yeah, sounds easy. These should come off quite easily. Hopefully, I know Darren had to swap them when we bought the car because it had Toyota fitment hubs on, so I have faith for this. Normally I would buy new wheel bearings, but this is a Volvo, wheel bearings are strong. Next step, the mega walkie. Darren's obviously got a bigger one. Yeah, baby. Oh, that came off really easy. that was the wheel bearing off.
Ah, unless it's built in.
No, it's just seized.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She rounded.
That's banned straight away.
Sometimes that works, and sometimes it definitely doesn't. Okay, that didn't work. Right, Ben's got this side off, so see if this side's just as easy.
While Axel's playing with the front shocks, I'm going to start progressing and taking the rears out. Super simple on here. There's literally 2 bolts holding the damper in. Let the axle drop and the spring basically falls out. So I've undone things, but it's literally as simple as lift this up, drop it down, springs out, and then your damper. Simple as that. Good times.
Right, so the next step is to cut this lower hub off so we can fit it into the new suspension. So we've read that you need 2 inches here, and that's going to slide in there before you weld it and give it a bit of stability. So I've marked 2 inches, I'm going to tape that up and cut it off. At this point, I don't know if it's going to blow up or not when I cut into this shock, but let's see what happens. We're leaking, so there definitely is oil in there. There we go.
Is that stuff flammable?
Nah. I was more worried about like high pressure gas. I don't think I'll be able to sell these uppers. The rebound is somewhat adjusted. Another battery. Right, so we cut the suspension off. Now we've just got to get rid of years of corrosion and dirt, so we can slide the sleeve over this bit. Top advice, if you're doing this, don't do it in a rush. Cut it off, get it sandblasted, and it'll be mint. And you'll have to make your workshop dirty, but...
We don't seem to learn, do we?
So we've got this bit all cleaned up now, and we have cleaned up the paint on this bit. Notched a little bit there because there's a bit that sticks out, and that fits on nice and tight, to be fair. We've cleaned up all around as much as we can in the old dirty metal, and we've got a nice little gap. We fill it with weld, and then that is the coilover conversion complete. So I've turned my welder up as high as it gets, and I'm going to send it. Good action.
Oh, we're there.
We've bottomed out.
Bottomed out.
We've got all the loads.
As low as we can go. Always start as low as you can go and then work your way up. That's how you fit coilovers. Right, so we've got it all. We've got ourselves a suspension, a complete suspension unit. So now I'm going to bolt that in, bolt all the bits on. Then we can put the wheels back on, both sides, and we can try and lower the car without all the air lines and stuff. And that'll see how low it'll go. It's probably going to be way too low. But then we can work our way upwards. Last side to fit, and then we can put the wheels on and see where the tyre hits the chassis.
Stop fighting me.
We believe we now have everything in play to lower the car back down. I can already tell you what I think is going to happen, because look at the angle here, very low, and we've still got the bag to compress. We haven't got any air in there. I think the tyre is going to hit the wheel arch pretty quickly, but at least we'll be able to see how cool it looks, and then we can work out how to what we need to remove to make it lower. I think you'll probably stop when I reckon the ramp arms hit the floor.
I mean, it's tucking hard.
It's not touching anything up in the arch.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do some chopping up here, I reckon, same as we did on the Drift Volvo. We cut out the bit here. I mean, it's lower than it was on the coilovers, but it's not dirt nasty low. Part 1 is complete. We've got the suspension on. The front, we know that's as low as we're going to ever want it. When we put bigger wheels on, we're probably going to have to do a bit of clearancing in here. But the back is not quite as low as the front. So we're going to have a check and see if there's anything catching first, but it might just be the limitation of the airbags are a bit long. And if that's the case, we're going to have to cut the suspension arm out so we can drop the airbag down. So we want to, when it's on it, we want to try and get it sat on the floor as much as possible when we're aired out. So pretty good. Everything went pretty smoothly first day. So next up, we're going to move to doing the actual tank install. But now I'm going to sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right guys, so we're back another day, and me and Ben have been busy tidying up some of the boring stuff that we didn't think you'd want to see. So we've got some braided lines attaching the shocks to the chassis, the lines running alongside all the way under here. We've left it at this ride height for now, but we think that by the time we get the the wheels fitted, we can then work out what ride height we actually want. And we'll probably need to cut this piece out and lower it so the shock sits lower down, and that'll give us that another like 2 inches of drop. Also, the handbrake cable here starts hitting on the exhaust, means that we apply the handbrake, which isn't so good when we're going down the road and hit a bump. So we need to redo the exhaust, but that's pretty rusty anyways. Right, so this is how far we've got so far. Those of you who have never done this, just like us, you've got the air tank. This is where all the valves are that control the air pressure to all the individual struts. We've got a little water trap here, because you don't want to get moisture in there. We've got 2 compressors, although we've only got 1 adapter, so we've just hooked 1 up for now. But the idea is to run both, because I want the £10 bet of it being able to power the air jacks.
£5.
Was it £5?
Yeah.
Oh, £5 bet. I want to beat Louis, so we're definitely need that. But for now, for the purpose of testing it, we built this little wooden shelf that we'll put in, cover in carpet later, so it looks really nice. But now, all we need to do is push this up and then connect the pipes to the airbags. And we've actually used little bulkhead fittings. I don't know if you can see that under there, Louis. I'll show you. Here we go, look, there's little bulkhead fittings coming through there. And those all go in here. Right, Ben, did you do those from the inside?
Yeah.
Cool. So we're actually running this off a spare leisure battery that I found, because the one that came on this Volvo could barely start the car. So we're going to put this on the back, because when we've got the sound system, I think we're going to need 2 batteries anyway. And for my minibar and the TV with a Super Nintendo or PlayStation. How's it going, Ben? You hooking them up?
We're getting there slowly.
We've done everything that we need. And when I put this fuse in, it should power on.
Hey.
Hey, hey. Right, English. Oh, he's going. Use the wizard to calibrate. Is vehicle level surface? Yes. Are front wheels straight, Ben? More or less. Is vehicle and all wheels free of obstructions? Yes. So manifold mounted? Yes. Vehicle will now move. Are you ready? Come on. This is exciting.
The vehicle's going to move.
Go. Ah, low pressure.
Okay, we'll be right back.
We'll have to fast forward this bit. I'm just waiting for it to explode.
Yeah,
2 hours later. 149 psi. Ooh. I thought it exploded then. It shot me.
Okay.
Ooh.
Good front.
Oh. Yeah? Oh yeah. The car is dancing. Louis, come outside, have a look. It's bucking and it's going up and down way quicker than I thought. With the back jumping, it reminds me of playing Grand Theft Auto when I was younger, when you'd go around the lowriders, pick up the hookers and then make it bounce. Whilst we wait for this, we've got some really exciting news. Guess what just went for its MOT? The Volvo 740 drift car. With flying colours, no advisories. We're going to be tearing up the streets, slowly, with the speed limit of course, very soon. That is going to make it so much easier to test the car, just driving it up through the gears before we go to events, and nip into a coffee or a McDonald's if we get hungry at events. So why wouldn't we have done it? Pretty good. I didn't think it would go through, but they actually said, we actually put horn on there, look, listen to this. It's actually a Corvette horn.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's only half of a Corvette horn.
Louis, behind the camera, has actually used this. We haven't read the instructions, but if we press down, is it going to go down? Yeah! Look at that! Going up. That's pretty quick. That's way quicker than I thought. That's quicker than the air jack. Yeah, boy. Right, is it still light outside? I think we need to test this. Hey, look at that. I love the noise it makes when it goes up and down. I don't know how many air ride limos there are in the world, but there can't be many, can there? Yeah! Right, should we go see what it looks like outside? Let's do it. Right guys, so I don't know about you, but I think that looks absolutely sick. I've never had air ride before, like I said, and you know, everyone who doesn't have air ride jokes that it's a gimmick, but it's actually really fun just going up and down and making the big old But the main reason for that is so we actually want to go a little bit lower than this. So we've got a bit of cutting on the subframe to do at the front. It's more the back where we've got a handbrake cable and the exhaust to move, and then we can go probably like an inch lower on the back, and I think they'll sit pretty even. We've got ordered some wheels. Obviously those wheels are not pimping, quite the opposite, so we want some real big chrome boys. Gonna have to get some custom offsets done because we want this perfect, and there's not many stuntsy wheels for Volvos in the UK. What's next to the Volvo? We've got sound system install, we've got to fit the interior again, then we're going to get it wrapped, and then we're pretty much ready for show season and drifting to start again. Also, just whilst we're here, just want to say thank you for watching the series this year. It's been awesome fun making the YouTube videos, looking back on them, and we learned so much, and we couldn't have done it without you guys watching it. So I'm always humbled by the amount of people who watch this. So yeah, have a nice Christmas, Happy New Year. I don't know when this video will be released, it might already happen, so hopefully you got the drift car you wanted. If not, there's always next year, right? Don't forget to give the old like, comment, subscribe, all those things. What wheels should we get? That's the big question. Let us know in the comments. Cheerio. Cheerio.